is off key. I'm like, man, suck my dick. It's off key, but it's good though. It's off key, but you bopping your head though. You feel
Right.
me? That's why I was like, that's why I didn't even listen because I was like, bro, fuck these motherfuckers, man. I know if I show it to the right person, they gonna love this shit, man. That's why I was so like excited to show you because I was like, I know you get it. You feel
This
me?
closed captioning sponsorship is
This, bro.
Yeah. Dude, you're so fucking hard, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh. You don't even know. By the way, Rog, basically, I did this little like drum
Closed
pattern with
captioning
like some
provided
chords
by-
on it. Chrome do some shit with it, so that's
your
why.
drum pattern?
Promotional
Yeah, this is my
consideration
drum
provided
pattern.
by-
Yeah, no, I fuck with it, bro.
Thank you,
Shit went
bro.
hard,
What'd you say?
Shit went hard with the drums, bro. When the drums pulled on.
I know, but
Promotional
I said it, didn't I? I
consideration
said
provided by the following.
I can't even wait until this shit comes on with the drums.
Promotional consideration provided by the following.
Provided by
Promotional consideration for Design Invasion is brought to you in part by
Oh my god.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by
Let me mute this real quick.
Closed caption by promotional consideration provided by
Dude, you don't even understand, bro. Chrome.
What?
This is
closed captioning provided by
like, bro. To have you work on the shit that I fucking made,
promotional
man.
consideration
This
provided
is
by
this is something different, man. Thank you, truly.
promotional consideration provided by closed captioning provided by promotional consideration by
Closed captioning sponsored by Travel consideration provided by provided by
Shit.
Please.
closed captioning provided by
It's okay. It's
travel consideration provided by
Right, this on that tumble down, yeah.
closed captioning provided by travel consideration provided by
I'll be right back, Chrome.
for sure. You're from
So you don't like purposely try and keep everything in key when you make your beats?
no.
Closed
I
captioning
like
for
to
Hollywood
like
movies is brought to you by
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight's closed caption episode of NYPD Blue is brought.
closed captioning provided by
closed captioning for the good dish provided by
closed captioning and other promotional consideration provided by
This closed caption sponsorship brought to you by.
I'm changing this clap.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Closed captioning provided by. Promotional consideration provided by.
Closed captioning for My Wife and Kids is sponsored by.
Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning provided in part by.
From the director of Memento.
I think I found something!
Al Pacino, Robin Williams, Hilary Swank. Insomnia. Order it now on pay-per-view.
Yo, Calm.
What's up?
I gotta go buy some shit.
This closed captioning sponsorship is brought to you by.
10 minutes or so.
We use
Hey, hold
Slack
on, before
as
I
our
go though,
central
check the
nervous
fit.
system. We connect multiple applications into
Yeah, I
it.
do.
Notion,
You know what I'm saying?
Figma, it's all there in one place. It enables us to operate in the best way possible to get work done.
Get 50% off Slack Pro, a more productive way to
Okay.
work.
Got the fit on. I see you.
Closed
Got the
captioning has
little
been
watch
provided
on, you know
by.
what I'm saying? The watch that doesn't even work, but it looks good. How you fuck with it?
Shit's hard, bro.
This closed caption sponsorship is brought to you by.
Hey, I'll be back though. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. See y'all.
Closed captioning for National Enquirer TV provided.
Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning for Home Team provided by. Promotional fee for Home Team provided by.
Sponsorship is brought to you by.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Closed captioning for the Jeff Probst Show provided
There we go. I like that.
Closed captioning for After Movies is sponsored by.
Captioning provided by. Additional promotional consideration provided by.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Provided by.
What VSTs do you use for
Closed captioning provided by.
For the chords,
yeah.
I use Piano Tech. And then I use Xband,
Closed captioning provided
Triton, and then I use Ample Guitar.
Promotional considerations paid for by the following.
Promotional considerations paid for by the following.
Promotional considerations paid for by the following.
Closed captioning provided by. Travel consideration provided by.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by. Fix It and Finish It closed captioning is provided by.
What went down is sponsored by.
Closed captioning.
Hi, bro. Great beat as always. I got class.
All right. Peace out,
Let
gang.
me lurk. Peace out, bro.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Promotional consideration provided by closed captioning provided by promotional consideration provided by
Closed captioning sponsored by
Closed captioning provided by
Closed captioning for Pickler and Ben provided by
for a current affair provided by
Closed captioning provided by
Closed captioning brought to you by Promotional consideration brought to you.
Closed captioning for American Dad is brought to you in part by
Closed captioning and other consideration for Without a Trace provided by
Closed captioning sponsored in part
Closed captioning and other consideration for cold case provided by
promotional consideration for celebrity justice provided by
promotional consideration provided by
closed captioning provided by promotional consideration provided by
Closed captioning brought to you in part by the U.S. Department of Education.
closed captioning provided by promotional consideration provided by
Closed captioning provided by
closed captioning.
closed captioning and other consideration for the Dr. Keith Ambrose Show provided by
Promotional considerations provided by
closed captioning sponsored by
Promotional consideration provided by promotional consideration provided by
Promotional consideration provided by
closed captioning by
promotional consideration provided by
Closed captioning provided by
Closed captioning sponsored by
Closed captioning provided by the maker of the following product.
I haven't used Wave Station in a minute. Let me see what this is talking about.
Promotional consideration provided by Promotional consideration provided by
Closed captioning for the real world provided by
Closed captioning is sponsored in part by
Closed captioning and other considerations for Eliminate provided by
Closed captioning provided.
Closed captioning provided by
Promotional consideration for First Business is provided by
Closed caption provided by
Closed captioning sponsored in part by
Closed captioning sponsored in part by
Let me see something real quick. I think a better chord will
Closed
fit here.
captioning sponsored by Closed captioning for Judge Joe Brown sponsored by
Let me see. I'm trying.
Closed captioning provided by Promotional consideration provided by
This closed caption sponsorship brought to you by Promotional consideration provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for Street Smarts provided by
Closed captioning and other considerations for the Ellen DeGeneres Show provided by
Hyundai Palisade versus Toyota Highlander. Look what Palisade has and what Highlander doesn't. Hyundai Palisade wins every time.
closed captioning and other consideration for the Ellen DeGeneres Show provided by
Call 212-244-7545. Closed captioning provided by promotional consideration by
Tonight's closed caption episode of The X-Files is brought to you by
Closed captioning for the Wendy Williams Show is brought to you by Closed captioning is provided by
closed captioning. A promotional fee has been provided by
Closed captioning has been made possible by the following sponsor.
Promotional fees provided by
promotional fees provided by
closed captioning provided by
Closed caption is brought to you in part by
Closed captioning and other consideration for extra provided by
Extra. Closed captioning and other consideration for extra provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for extra provided by
Closed captioning brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
Closed captioning and other consideration for Access Hollywood provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for Access Hollywood provided by
Closed captioning and other considerations for Access Hollywood provided by
Closed captioning and other considerations for Access Hollywood Live provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for access provided by
Closed captioning and other considerations for all access provided by
Closed captioning and other Access Hollywood provided by
Promotional fee paid by
Closed captioning, sponsored in part by
Closed captioning, sponsored in part by
closed captioning is provided by closed captioning is provided by
Closed captioning, sponsored by
Closed caption is provided by Closed caption is provided by Closed caption is provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for the Drew Carey Show provided by Closed captioning and other consideration Brothers provided by Closed captioning and other consideration for In the House provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for Judge Mathis provided by Closed captioning and other consideration for Judge Mathis provided by
Hey, bro, this sounds fire, man.
Thank you, gang.
Bro, you need some vocals in there, man. Like some Bruno Mars type backing vocals.
Closed captioning and other consideration.
You are
for
absolutely
Judge
correct.
Mathis,
You want me to give you
provided
some, man? I'll give you some.
I gotta ask my collaborator because I'm not on this beat by myself. But when I ask him,
Closed captioning provided by.
Let me go home.
Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning and other consideration for Anderson was provided by.
I'm just messing around right now.
Fire, man. I really like it.
Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning by. Closed captioning provided by. Promotional consideration provided by. Closed captioning provided by. Promotional consideration.
Let me see what you're working.
Closed captioning provided by. Promotional consideration provided by. Closed captioning provided by.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely down to work. Hold on.
Promotional consideration provided
I'm
by.
definitely down to work because hold on, these vocals are crazy.
Closed captioning provided by. Promotional consideration provided by. Closed captioning provided by. Promotional consideration provided by.
Closed captions provided by. Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning and other consideration for friends provided by.
Oh my God, hold on.
Closed captioning provided in part by.
Closed captioning provided. Promotional consideration provided by. Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning
Ah,
and
you
other
are
consideration
crazy.
for West.
Looking for a vocalist. Hold on, bruh.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by.
That's so catchy.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by.
I have a question. So what primary genre do you do?
Promotional consideration
like
has been provided by.
Thank God you said that. Yo, so like my main genre is like R&B. I want to show you some stuff real quick. Hold on. Because this is a Pharrell collab I'm doing. Hold on, let me switch screens real quick. Like I mix
with Pharrell.
No, not with Pharrell, but like I make his style of like music essentially.
Oh, you got you.
But like I make stuff like this.
All right, let me join.
Closed captioning and other considerations for young children provided by.
Yeah, I mean stuff like this.
Promotional consideration for Extra provided by.
Closed captioning.
Also, this is a remix, by the
forensic
way.
files
All of my
brought
tracks
to
are
you by-
remixes, but yeah.
Promotional consideration for forensic files brought to you by.
Closed captioning provided by. Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning and other
This is fire, bro.
for the People's Court,
Thank
provided
you.
by.
I can play you a R&B type song I made recently.
For the People's Court, provided by.
Sure.
It's just like an idea. Like the lyrics aren't really there yet, but the sort of idea for it is.
Our Attorney is sponsored in part by
Closed captioning for divorce court provided by.
Oh, this is hard.
Closed captioning for divorce court provided by.
I chose Wix for my business because of its massive scope for and freedom of creation.
Hard. Here's a
Being able to integrate and change and develop at my own pace. I offer a range of products and services. To manage it all from one place is essential. It gave me time back in my day to get going on actual projects.
All of these are
It really just made everything feel
Sounds
more
like you do.
achievable.
I sing on a few of my tracks, but I never upload them.
Closed captioning for divorce court. Closed captioning provided by. Promotional
I
consideration.
have like that classic
provided
like
by.
90s like R&B
Yeah, it's
style.
really fire, man.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Consideration provided by.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by.
No, you said what?
Do you only make beats or do you just make remixes?
I'm really just a producer. I make the beats, and because I don't have like an artist or vocalist, I just throw like a random acapella over it.
Have you ever tried like like R&B, hip hop type, like more like upbeat kind of stuff?
Yes, I have. All that early 2000s stuff, like I'm deeply into. Yeah, I've made all of that.
You might like my friend actually. Let me just get him up. I'll share my screen with you and show you.
Promotional consideration by.
For sure.
He does that kind of stuff, and maybe you could work with him. You'll probably fuck with his vibe. He's from the
Promotional consideration provided by.
He just released this.
Closed captioning provided.
Closed captioning provided. Oh my god. I have a homie named Full Body Durag. His name is interesting, but
Closed captioning
this is up his alley right here. I'll show you some of him.
Wait. Just take this.
Oh, you hear that?
Is sponsored in part by. Closed captioning is sponsored. Closed captioning provided by. Closed captioning is sponsored in part by. Closed captioning provided.
Promotional consideration.
Oh my god, bro. This is hard.
Closed captioning provided by.
I could hear like Missy Elliott as a feature almost. Like that's crazy.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Yeah, bro, he's fire. You should definitely link up with this guy.
Closed captioning provided by.
You know who's crazy? I could hear this guy as his producer.
Closed captioning provided
I got
by.
a homie. His name is Full Body Durag. He's like one of my close friends for real. And this nigga makes that exact style,
Closed
bruh.
captioning.
Like he makes stuff like this.
Promotional considerations provided by.
Closed captioning for Judge Faith brought to you by. Promotional consideration for Judge Faith brought to
Closed captioning.
The producer, he made this remix.
Promotional
Does he post his beats on
consideration
YouTube?
provided by.
Say it again?
Does he post his beats on YouTube?
Nah. He doesn't, bro. That's the thing. Like our group, like we produce like this early 2000s time. We're like very off. Like we don't really.
Closed captioning for Ambush Makeover is sponsored in part
If you
by.
have any of those beats, man, send them through, man. I'll try some stuff.
Promotional consideration for Ambush Makeover is brought to you in part by.
Bro. If you ever want to try like some early, I'm talking that like old vintage like 2000s R&B,
Closed captioning
like
sponsored
stuff
in
like
part by-
this.
Promotional consideration provided by.
I produced this track a while ago.
Closed captioning provided by.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by. Promotional consideration provided by.
This closed caption sponsorship is brought to you by. Promotional consideration
Like stuff
furnished
like
by.
that. Like let me know, bruh. Cause like I have a lot of those.
Yeah, man, I mean, feel free to.
Closed
send over some
captioning
things
of the
like
Bill
that.
Cunningham Show is
have you
provided
are you
by.
into Afrobeat at all?
No, but I have a homie who is. He makes I got a UK homie. I'm gonna have to show you some of his beats one day. I only have like one Afro beat from
Closed
him.
captioning
And
is
it's
made
the
possible by the
coldest
following
Afro beat
sponsor.
I have ever heard in my life.
You gotta show me, man.
Yeah, hold on.
Closed
let me
captioning
see what it's
provided
called.
by.
Hold on. Let me dig real quick.
It's like my flow, so I'm very like into. I've got quite a few really good Afrobeat producer friends that make some fire.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Yeah, bruh.
I was saying you could link up because you're a pianist, right? You play piano.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by.
I'm not a pianist. I'm not gonna lie. I can like I couldn't identify a chord to save my life. It's weird to explain.
Closed captioning provided by.
Like I can play, but I can't play.
Brought to you by.
If that makes any sense, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you like R&B, man, you need to slip into the Afro R&B genre because that is really good place to be. I love that.
Yeah, I do want to. I want to give it like a swing.
Like I can hear like already some R&B flavor in a beat like this. This is my friend Nolly, and he just makes beautiful beats.
Closed
man.
captioning sponsored in part by.
Nolly. ULY.
Oh.
Closed captioning is provided by. Closed captioning sponsored
His drums
by.
are incredible.
Closed captioning provided by. Closed captioning provided by.
Yeah, it's just fire, man. Like you can hear like scissor on that, and
Closed captioning brought to you in part
by.
by.
Work together seriously. He's really cool.
Yeah, that's hard.
A
I'm trying
promotional
to
fee
find
has been
this track
provided
because
by.
this track is crazy.
Closed captioning brought to you by.
Closed caption provided by.
And then after, bro, I gotta hop out because I gotta get these vocals down. I need to
Closed captioning brought to you by.
For sure, I got you.
Closed captioning for Family Guy is brought to you in part by.
I don't know where it is.
Family Guy is brought to you in part by.
Cool if you can't find it, bro, by the way, because...
Closed captioning for Family Guy is brought to you in part by...
I can't find it, gang.
If you find it, man, I added you as a friend. Just send it me on chat.
Bet.
Closed captioning for the
See you later,
Cleveland
bro.
show is sponsored
Oh, I
in
found it.
part
I found
by-
it. I found it.
Go on, quick.
This right here.
Closed captions are sponsored by...
Ooh.
Closed captioning provided by
This is my homie AJ.
Promotional consideration provided by
Closed captioning provided by Promotional consideration provided by
Closed captioning
provided
by Addition provided by
It's really creative as well. I love creative beats.
Closed captioning and other consideration for the Big Bang Theory provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for the Big Bang Theory provided by
Yeah, that's him. He's cold.
All right, G.
Closed
See you later.
captioning and other consideration for 2.5 Men provided by
Captioning and other consideration for 2.5 Men provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for 2.5 Men provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for Mom provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for Mom provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for Mike and Molly provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for Two Broke Girls provided by
Closed captioning brought to you in part by the following sponsor.
closed captions provided by promotional considerations provided by
Closed captioning provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for TMC provided by
Closed captioning and other consideration for the People's Court provided by Closed captioning and other consideration for the People's Court provided by
Closed captioning paid for in part by
Closed captioning paid for in part by the following.
Closed captioning is paid for in part by the following.
Closed captioning paid for in part by the following.
Closed captioning for Let's Make a Deal is paid in part by the following.
Closed captioning provided by
Closed captioning for the Robert Irvine Show is provided by
Captioning and other consideration for the Jamie Foxx Show provided by
Closed captioning brought to you in part by the U.S. Department of Education and the following sponsor.
Closed captioning is brought to you by promotional fees have been paid by the following.
Promotional fees have been paid by the following.
Captioning and other considerations for Access Daily provided by
Closed captioning provided by
Promotional considerations paid for by the following.
Promotional considerations paid for by the following.
closed captioning for the Jeremy Kyle Show provided
Promotional consideration provided by
Promotional considerations provided by
Tonight's closed captioned episode of The Pretender is brought to you by Closed captioning is brought to you by
Closed captioning provided in part by
Promotional consideration provided by
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Closed captioning provided by
Closed captioning for According to Jim is sponsored by.
Now there's a better way to get live TV. Switch to Frontier Fiber and save $10 a month on YouTube TV. Hurry, try YouTube TV for free with no long-term contracts or hidden fees. Uncable yourself. Get fiber internet. Shouldn't cost more.
Closed captioning for South Park is sponsored and powered by
Wendy's only serves one kind of.
This closed captioning sponsorship is brought to you by
This closed caption sponsorship is brought to you by
Closed captioning for the Ricky Lake Show is sponsored in part by Promotional consideration for the Ricky Lake Show is sponsored in part by
Closed captioning for Our World is brought to you by
Promotional consideration provided by
Promotional considerations for Our World are brought to you by
Closed captioning sponsorship brought to you by Promotional considerations provided by
Hollywood and High Definition Closed Captioning, sponsored by Travel Consideration, provided by Closed Captioning, sponsored by Travel Consideration, provided by
Closed captioning provided by Travel consideration provided by
Closed captioning provided by Travel consideration provided by
Closed captioning provided by
captioning for the Ricky Lake Show is sponsored